Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at Hunkydory Crafts, I have two little books. They're fantastic repeated images that you can use for card making. They are so fun. I always get excited when we get to use these. This is the little book of window scenes and the little book of ladybirds or ladybugs as we know them in America. So this is one from the window scenes, this little fairy card. I added some Fairy Dazzle stickers to this one. So fun, you guys. This is our giveaway card for this episode, so if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer could win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, let's take a little flip through window scenes. You're getting 120 images, and you're getting 20 different ones, so you get 6 of each. So the theme being through the window, on these with the beautiful, I mean, wouldn't you just love that view? That is gorgeous. And then through the porthole. And then beautiful city scene. And then, oh, how cute, the swings and the water, the French doors. And then, oh, a city scene, look at the moon, the curtains, the stars, little, I mean, I guess that's a cat. I was like, is that like a schnauzer? No, it's a cat. Okay, and then here's our dog with the beautiful mountain scene. I love the little like backpack and lantern there. Really great. And then, oh, beautiful with the chandelier. That would be a wonderful view as well. And then the fireworks. And then the beautiful moon, and then the flowers and the butterflies. I love this one with the dog, an older gentleman looking at the water on a little like window seat. And the cat on a cushion with the beautiful like celestial imagery, and then the city view, and then the country view with the kitchen, oh, with the animals, and then the beautiful fountain and the scones and the tea. Did I miss one? Yes, and then sort of a little vanity, like just an area here, maybe in a bathroom with the beautiful curtains and the window and the castle. And then romantic view with the beautiful flowers. And then the swans. And then here is the little fairy view, and that's the last one. All right, so speaking of the fairy view, take a look at this one. This is a 5 by 6.5 inch card, and the paper I used to cover this card is the Perfect Little Prince. This one right here. Covered the card, and then you guys, I used a cutting die to make a window so that the window showed through a window. And I used the Nested Arches cutting dies. Before I go on, I want to remember I also used a corner rounder after I covered the card with paper. I used a corner rounder right here, which of course I forgot to grab. That's why I was trying to remember it. But if you're interested in how to use a cutting die when you maybe have a 6-inch wide cutting die machine, this card is 5 by 6.5 inches. And if you covered this card with paper, you could then take one of these arch dies, just use a little low-tack tape to stick that down, and then take a little scrap cardstock, put it over that cutting die, and then you're going to take the back of the card and you're going to swing it around to the front. So you're making a little cutting die sandwich. And then that is going to go through, remember now this is 5 inches wide, this is going to go through your die cutting machine, and it is going to cut a window in the front of your card. On the back of your card, it's going to leave a little bit of an impression, okay, because remember the sandwich, this is the back of the card. This is the little scrap of cardstock I used for this card. It left an impression here. That's why you need to put at least one layer of cardstock between. You will get a slight impression here. But then I just covered the inside of my card using the reverse side of this one, which is a little white leaf print right here. Then I went ahead and like corner punched it. And then I had this sweet little window. So I was able to go ahead and take this. Where's my little fairy? Anyway, I was able to take this image from here, okay, and then mat it with the black cardstock. And then I took another layer and just cut out just the window shape. You can see there, just this arch. I cut that out using some tiny scissors. And then I took a third one and I cut out another fairy and all of these little butterflies that were just kind of perched around the scene. I cut those out of a third piece of this little book paper, and then I foam taped those over the original image here. So you've got 1, 2, 3 layers. Then I added these gold pearl fairy dazzle stickers. They just lift right off, and then added those just around here and then a couple on the front. And then around the arch I used gold thin line dazzle stickers, and I just pulled these off and then like this, and then you just add them around the arch. Now, because they're so thin and delicate, that all you needed to do is just turn the arch and they just adhere and turn very nicely. If you were using a wider dazzle sticker, they wouldn't turn as easily, but these little thin line ones, they make that bend really, really easily. And then, so I went around here and then another one here, and then I took some of the straight line ones, which are on the outer edges here, and I just put them around the edges as well. So yeah, fun one. And then the bottom has got, oh, here's my page. I was looking for this before. These are 96 happy birthday greeting dazzle stickers, and they come in this collection of all these different colors, and I use the gold ones. Holographic, super fun to use, and we've all got birthdays to celebrate, so really sparkly. Now let's see, I used this one because I wanted to show you just how easy this is to cut out. So I just went right through the butterfly right there, and I went through this portion, and I just went all the way around, cut this out, really quick and easy. And then when I was done, I took another entirely different sheet, and then this would be the third sheet, and then just went around this little fairy. And then you'll notice I'm turning the page and not the scissors, and I'm just sort of steering it right around. And she's blowing on a little dandelion, like a little wish, but I just cut that off and then went around her hands. And you don't have to do perfect cutting on this, because when you cut this out, you're laying it on top of another full image, and it will like fill in any little things that you happen to cut off. So very easy to do. This is our giveaway card. I almost forgot. This is our giveaway card for this episode, and how that works is we are trying to promote our Paper Wishes YouTube channel. So if you're watching us on our webisode page, hop on over to YouTube, or you can click the link that says YouTube right here below the video. And we ask that you, first of all, subscribe to YouTube, subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and leave us a comment. And then we reply to all the comments, but after about a week, we'll come back and we'll say, congratulations, YouTube username blank, and we'll fill in one lucky viewer's username. So you do have to know that. It's the name that pops up and labels your comment. So just go back and look at your comment. You'll know what your username is. Good idea to hit that notification bell, because we do contests for card giveaways Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday videos. And we also do videos like 6 days a week, so you don't want to miss those. So to participate in our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday videos, you have to like, comment, and be a subscriber for each one of those. And we'll send you a card if you're the winner. All right, you guys, this one is also from the window scenes, and it's of course this one. Also easy to cut out. I used two of these. The first one I matted with blue cardstock, leaving about a 1/4 inch border. This is a tent fold card. This is a 5 by 7 inch tent fold card, also by Hunkydory. And I cut away from the front flap 3 inches from the card front. And then I used for my background papers, you guys, this is At the Shore 12 by 12 patterned cardstock, and there's these beautiful stripes. I used one of the stripes on the card front only, and then I foam taped this matted rectangle, you can see the foam tape there, just to this card flap. And then on the inside, I just used one of the scenes here and put that on the inside of the card. Here's a cutout from the paper pack. Here's another cutout from the paper pack. And then I used blue jewel border dazzle stickers. And as you can see, on the bottom edge here, and then here, and then here. And then just at the bottom of the card where it says just for you, I added red script greeting dazzle stickers. And they come in a pack of 3 like this, but each one of these sheets has different sentiments and greetings on it, so really handy. So just for you, and on the inside, happy birthday, you're a treasure. And then here I used the second sheet that I tore out, and I just cut out the anchor and then foam taped that right on top of this anchor. So there's a little bit of dimension there. Super easy one to cut out. If you don't like cutting things out and that's difficult for you, just using these little book toppers are just a really quick and fun way to make cards. All right, so the next one, you guys, we're going to be switching over from window scenes to ladybirds or ladybugs. So cute. Also 120 pages, 20 different designs, 6 of each. Let's take a flip through these. What I love is some of these are really like beautiful botanical kind of things, and then others are very, very whimsical. Love that one. Anything with a mushroom on it, I'm all in. And then this one. This one's so cool with the stained glass on it. Another stained glass one. That one's really cool too, very vintagey. It's a really cool collage. This one's a little more modern with the graphics and the splattering. And then we get the really sweet whimsical ones. This one's so cool, it's embroidered. Another whimsical. More whimsy. There we go with that really pretty watercolor look. Whimsical, so sweet. Oh, a sweet little gnome. This one looks very Scandinavian to me. I like this one a lot. And then the cute little, I love the patchwork. More of the little patchwork with the little heart, maybe a little Valentine. Cute with her little ladybird costume, and of course the mushrooms. And then this one is really cool. Watercolor painting, and that's it. All right, so let's take a look at this one. This is a 5 by 5 card. I used this image. I didn't do any special cutting out on this one. So for the front paper on this, you guys, I used Romantic Florals 12 by 12 patterned cardstock, and I used this green one right here. It has some musical notes on it. And then I used this burgundy paper right here for my little window frame. And so I covered my card first with the green paper, and then I used 10 square and scalloped cutting dies. So I just opened up this card once it was covered with paper, taped my square scalloped image there, went through my die cutting machine like that, And then I used this burgundy paper, and I took 2 scalloped cutting dies. I took this one, and I nested them to make a little frame, put those through the machine, and then this little frame just matched up perfectly. Inked the edges of that with a little bit of cocoa bean ink, and then the applicator tool. Inked the entire card, and then added Sending Smiles to the front, which was the green version, this beautiful forest green, of the red ones that I showed you. So you're getting 3 of these different collections of greetings in the script font. A little crepe ribbon on the card front from our crepe ribbon collection. And then when you open this up, I wanted the inside to look nice too, so I made another frame exactly like this one, just out of some of the leftover green paper, inked the edges of that, and I glued that over that as well. And then on this one, I just used some scraps. I used a scrap of the green paper and long strips of leftover burgundy paper to mat this with, and then I just put that right there on top of it. And then added smiles. So the greeting is Sending Smiles with a little window. That was a fun one. All right, last one, you guys, uses one of these whimsical ones right here. This is a 6.5 by 5 inch card, and the card background paper, if you can see this, it's a little yellow gingham. It's from Gingham No. 1 paper pack. Comes with all these great ginghams. I used the yellow, cut it slightly smaller than my card, and then I matted the first one of these, I used several of these, on black cardstock and glued that to the card front. Then I took another one of these and my little scissors, and I just went through and I cut out both of these little, I want to call them sunflowers, but not sure if that's accurate. Went through and I just cut all of these out. And then I had 2 borders, and I foam taped one here and foam taped one here. I still had this center piece right here untouched, so I cut out this whole little watering can with the little ladybug. And then I cut out another one, so I used 3 sheets total. And for this one, I just cut out just the ladybug. So I went ahead on the first layer, foam taped the watering can, and then I used the second layer and cut out the ladybug. Oh, and I also cut out these flowers, and then I foam taped these 3. So there's 3 layers right here, and then used again those red script greeting dazzle stickers. Just a really fun little whimsical card. Yeah, that's it. I was like, do I have any more? So you guys, super fun collection of little books, and you can go super whimsical, elegant with these. I think they're just perfect for all kinds of occasions. So definitely check out our Money Saver. It's right there on the right-hand side. If you look down below, you'll see full color pictures of the cards. And also, if you look below that, you'll see all the items that we use, the paper packs, the ribbons, the dazzle stickers, the ink pads, and also the individual little books if you're interested in just purchasing one of those. If you're watching us over on YouTube, just look below the video in the description box, and that link will take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page. And hey, if you're watching us on YouTube, it'd be great if you would subscribe to our channel. Thanks for joining me today, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.